Hi guys, this is Mason Levin, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my NFL jersey collection. And heads up, it's not all Cowboys jerseys, so I might have a jersey of a player from your team, so be aware for that. I got jerseys of teams from across the entire NFL. Actually, before I begin, I'm actually gonna have a little fun here, but I'm not showing you guys one of my actual jerseys, but just a jersey that I had in one of my recreational flag football leagues. And this is probably going to shock pretty much all my viewers, especially Golden Apple. But there you go. That's me wearing an Eagles jersey. Hopefully Pizza doesn't see this, but if he does, he'll know that I'll hate the Eagles for life. But yeah, I just wanted to start this video off with a little bit of some fun. And just know that I'm going to be hating the Eagles forever. And just so you guys think that I'm not trying to support myself with Eagles at all, I'm starting with one of my most expensive jerseys. This is a Troy Aikman jersey. I love the style. It's a really, I kind of don't even know what the style is, to be honest, but it's one of my favorites. It always will be. Alright, you guys probably just saw up there, but from the background of that, but here's Marshawn Lynch, just retired this year. Great running back, one of my favorites. Andrew Luck of the quarterback Indianapolis Colts. Definitely a rookie sensation. Has definitely turned the team around ever since Peyton Manning left the Indianapolis organization. Rob Gronkowski, tight end of the New England Patriots. One of my favorite tight ends and one of the only players I like on the Patriots, to be honest. I hate Tom Brady, just so you guys all know. Give me a minute. Here you go. Yeah, I can't really open it with one hand. The jerseys are pretty big. Alright, next up, rookie quarterback from last year, Marcus Mariota, Tennessee Titans. I'm trying my best, guys, just to open it, but I really can't. Alright, here's one of my favorites, and it's a Cowboys jersey. This is a Dez Bryant jersey. Camouflage numbers style. Where is it? It's got an American flag patch on this sleeve. Let me open it. Got that on the back. You got right here, salute to service on the other sleeve. Always gonna be one of my favorites. I love to wear that one. Probably whenever I go to the next Cowboys game, that's probably gonna be the one I wear. Even if it's at Lincoln Financial Field, oh well. Alright, this one actually might surprise some of you guys if you saw my favorite NFL teams video, but it's actually a Bears jersey, and it is Matt Forte, NFL champion. If you're watching this, here you go. I know he's not a Bear anymore, but I've had this for a while, and I've always supported him, even though overall I kind of hate the Bears, but I've always loved Matt Forte. Been one of my favorite jerseys for a while. Had this for a couple of years, and yeah, that's it. That's all. Not really much else to say. Alright, this is just a normal Tony Romo navy blue jersey. Feel free to leave hate in the comments if you want. Next up, J.J. Watt, defensive end, Houston Texans, captain. Alright, next jersey. Firefox, sorry about this, but Drew Brees. I know you hate him, but I've always loved him. And yeah. Next jersey, this is another Cowboys jersey, and another cool style actually, but it's Sean Lee in the pretty awesome little gray. I'm not sure how to describe it, to be honest, but just covered in spots. One of my favorites. Alright, next up, this is... Alright, you probably just saw that jersey back there, but I'll show that next, but yes, heads up. But anyway, here's my next one, and pun alert, Trey Mason, and my first name is Mason. So, yeah, I like to have... So I've had fun with this jersey. Alright, now I didn't mean to show it, but I accidentally showed this jersey, so I'll just do that one next. Oh, come on, now I showed that. Now I showed that Adrian Peterson jersey. Okay, whatever. And I gotta hold my camera better. Anyway, here's Jadeveon Clowney, another defensive end for the Houston Texans. Of course, one of the young ones as well. Got this in his rookie season, although unfortunately he barely even played. Alright, gonna hold my camera here. I'm not showing you guys what's under Adrian Peterson. But here it is. This is actually a pretty large jersey. But yes, here's Adrian Peterson. Firefox. Here you go. Here's my little gift to you. And here's the back. Alright. Alright. I haven't worn this one in a while for the obvious reason, but back when he was in his prime, one of my favorite players, Ray Rice, former Baltimore Ravens running back, and yeah, ever since he got in that violence incident, I've never worn it. It's been on my bottom of my closet for I don't know how long, but a while. Oh, I accidentally showed this, but okay. I'll do that one next. Yes, another Vikings jersey. Firefox, Teddy Bridgewater. Definitely, he as well as the Vikings defense have turned the team around and definitely will give me one of my favorite teams to watch for 2016. Alright, next up, one of the best wide receivers in the game, A.J. Green. Wide receiver of the Cincinnati Bengals. Next up, just retired as well, the legendary Peyton Manning, quarterback for the Denver Broncos for about 4 years. Correct me if I'm wrong, 3, 4. I'm not really doing the math in my head. I'm not really concerned about that. Next up, reigning MVP, Cam Newton, Carolina Panthers. Definitely had the stunning year last season. That's definitely turned the franchise around with superb offense and superb defense. Next up is another Panther, actually. The monster Luke Kuechly. Perhaps one of the biggest leaders on the strong defense. Alright. Next, Firefox. Here's another gift. Patrick Peterson, cornerback, Arizona Cardinals. One of my favorite cornerbacks in the entire league. He's an absolute beast. Arguably one of the best. I don't know. It's kind of even with Richard Sherman right now, but yeah, it's just debatable. Alright, this is actually one of my really old jerseys. It's not stitched, unlike all my other ones that I've shown, but it's a Jets Tim Tebow jersey. Tim Tebow is one of my all-time favorite players, and I was so happy to hear that he went to the Jets on the day that happened, which was when Peyton Manning also went to the Broncos. Alright, and finally, I saved this one for last. This is actually maybe one of, if not my favorite. This is Patrick Tillman, the legendary Arizona Cardinal, who went to war instead of signing that contract and died of friendly fire. I always wear this on things like on all the patriotic days like 4th of July, Memorial Day weekend, Veterans Day, all sorts of and all that stuff. So yeah, that's one of my favorite jerseys. Alright, so those are all the football jerseys that I have right now, but I'll also mention some of the ones I had earlier. Let's see, I had Matt Ryan from the Falcons, Chris Johnson, Titans, Larry Fitzgerald, Cardinals, back in like 2009 when Cardinals were Super Bowl contenders, was one of my favorite players back then. Maurice Jones-Drew of the Jaguars. Jaguars are one of my favorite teams, will always be. I had a Colts Peyton Manning back when he was with Indianapolis. I also, when I was younger, I had another Adrian Peterson jersey, but when I outgrown that, I got that one. It actually had the yellow across the numbers, so they're older jerseys that they had like 7 years ago was in that style. But if you're happy about that, Firefox, sorry, but I also had a Drew Brees. I had a Drew Brees jersey back when I was about 9 or 10ish as well. Anyway, I did have another Patrick Tillman, actually. It was just all white and just red numbers. It wasn't really as exciting as the one I have right now, but still, he's one of my all-time favorite greats. Let's see, I had LaDainian Tomlinson back when he was in the game on the San Diego Chargers. I had, let's see, Cowboys-wise, I had Jason Witten, I had Tony Romo, I had a throwback Dez Bryant, and I had DeMarcus Ware in a white jersey, and I wore that when I went to Arlington, which was awesome. I had Brett Favre back when he was with the Jets. It was a Jets jersey, not a Packers or a Vikings. It was a Jets jersey. Speaking of Jets, I also had Mark Sanchez back when when the Jets were actually a playoff team with him, not when he turned into the garbage that he is now. No offense. Let's see. Oh, I also had Derek Mason's. So not only Trey Mason, I had Derek Mason as well, and I had a Ravens jersey of him, and I had a Jets jersey of him. All right, what else? Let's see. I had a Tim Tebow Broncos jersey back when he was with them for a bit, and his wild ride on his playoff campaign when they upset the Steelers. That was awesome to watch. Sorry, Soda Boss, but I enjoyed watching that. I had Aaron Rodgers. I had Darrelle Revis. And lastly, I had a Georgia jersey, not an NFL, but just a college Georgia. It was no Sean Marino. And for those that don't know, he went to high school with one of my cousins. He's in her yearbook. If you don't believe me, I'll show you. Let's see, I believe that's it. If I forgot one, I'll write it in the description. That's all I can think of. So, I know it's a bit of a long video, but thanks for sticking with it. Have a good day.